Mesdames et messieurs,
Ladies and gentlemen,
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes were enough to plunge the Paris police headquarters in one of the most painful tragedies of its history, and France in a state of stupor and incomprehension. On Thursday, in the offices of the intelligence unit, there were the state hounds, terrorists and criminals, an administrative staff member who had been on duty for over 15 years, a colleague, murdered Major Damien Ernest, police officer Anthony Lancelot, deputy administrator Brice Lemiscam, before murdering police officer Aurélia Trifiro, who died from her fatal wounds, and then an administrative staff member, fortunately, whose days are no longer threatened and is with us as I speak. 7 minutes. 7 minutes were enough to take the lives of 4 of your own. And the death toll would have been even higher if a police officer intern who'd only joined the force 6 days beforehand had not displayed outstanding bravery by neutralizing the assailant after the requisite warnings. These walls will vibrate for a long time. The echoes of that gesture as those of the heroes of August 1944 who liberated Paris, as well as the great policemen and prefects who walked in this court of this glorious history that makes you all so proud of belonging to this Republican institution, the Paris Police Prefecture. So proud. They were, all 4 of them, so proud. And we are proud of them today. This time of grieving, I bow on behalf of the whole nation before the pain of the families and relatives of those who fell. I have special thoughts for the daughters of Damien Ernest, her partner with whom he had plans for marriage after many years of living together, for the 2 young sons of Anthony Lancelot, for the partner of Brice Lemiscam, and for the partner and the 2 young sons of Aurélia Trifiro, for the families, colleagues and friends who loved them so. The Republic will always be at your side. It is in this tragic ordeal and will be over time. I pledge to that. I will never forget the hours spent at your side on Thursday afternoon, a few moments after tragedy struck, the acts of bravery, the regrets of some, the sorrows, the acute awareness, the sense of duty, already, always, fraternity and solidarity that brings together this institution. 4 French fell on Thursday, the 3rd of October, and if the emotion is so strong in the country, in Paris and in the provinces. It's because each of us sees in them a son, a daughter, a father or a mother, a brother, as a sister or a friend. 4 police officers fell on Thursday, the 3rd of October. They had chosen to wear the uniform, to devote their lives to protecting others. And they died in service at work, just as those before them, those since 2015, were victims of Islamist terrorism. I have come before you to pay my respects to the sacrifice of your 4 colleagues, to salute our heroes, to bring the support of the nation to the police prefecture, so heavily affected. I have come amongst you to ensure you that all light will be shed, responsibilities identified, justice will prevail as it must. I have come before you at last so that we can look at the implacable truth and draw all the lessons, and to take before you the commitment in the name of the state to prevent such abuses occurring. Your colleagues fell under the knocks of Islamism that we must eradicate, and that an individual imbued with such an ideology can work in the very place where we hound dangerous individuals is just inconceivable, unacceptable. Faced with Islamist terrorism, we will wage the struggle unstintingly. All security, intelligence, and police forces are a critical part of the response. 59 attacks have been foiled thanks to them, thanks to you over the past 6 years. And this tragedy erodes in no way my trust in you, that the nation places in you, in your professionalism, in your commitment. Much has been achieved over all these past years in order to better identify the threat, improve information, better identify, track individuals wherever, in prison, in our public departments, in companies, close schools, dissolve associations. That's why also your human, technological, legal resources will continue to be strengthened, as we have not stopped doing. Law after law, budget after budget, we will never stop tightening the net without this quest calling into question the liberty of the Republic for each citizen, without the struggle dividing the nation, leading people to lose reason. It is in no way a fight against a religion, but its misuse and what leads to terrorism. Attack the roots, the breeding ground where Islamist terrorism prospers and its deadly purpose is equally vital. Teachers, public servants, volunteers are united in the most sensitive areas of the Republic to prevent, detect, act against radicalization. It's a long-term effort, always too slow, but an effort that is, there again, necessary, and we will yield nothing, quite the contrary. Give the resources, adopt laws, attack the roots. We are doing that and will do it always. The government is fully committed to it with method and determination. But I also wish to say this to you forcefully today. Institutions alone will not be enough. The administration alone and all government departments will not be able to overcome the Islamist hydra. No, it's the nation as a whole that must come together, rally, and act. We will only prevail if our country that has overcome so many threats rises to tackle this clandestine Islamism that corrupts French youth, a society of vigilance. That is what we must build. Vigilance and not suspicion, which corrodes. Vigilance, attentive listening of others, a reasonable awakening of conscience. It's quite simply about spotting at school, in the workplace, in places of worship, close to home, all forms of deviation that indicate a distancing from the laws and values of the Republic, a separation. It starts with you, law enforcement, public servants. I know how much you will commit to spot these small details that become great tragedies. The state must be exemplary and rearm itself morally everywhere to better train each and every one to be able to act. It is a profound change in the state, in the country, involving finding the lifeblood of Republican values and the exacting standards that uphold us, not become complacent. Never. All too often we have mourned, we have spoken, we have passed legislation and then returned to our daily lives as if nothing had happened, as if this daily life could not be affected by the worst. And yet, this is what happened here. We must just not get used to that. We must return to the strength of Republican virtues, which have always prevailed, because what is at stake is the struggle of a whole nation against those who wish to hamstring freedom, against women, those who seek to divide, separate, manipulate. So let us stand shoulder to shoulder behind our law and order authorities, not just when they are affected by such tragedies, but when they act on a daily basis. Let us come together tirelessly against these deadly ideologies of Islamism that recognize neither our laws, nor our rights, nor our way of life.
pour l'unité de la
Let
nation,
us stand shoulder
en
to
sachant
shoulder for the
rassembler
unity of
tous
the
les
nation,
Français,
whilst bringing
quelle que
together
soit
all
leur confession,
French men and women,
quelle que
whatever
soit
their
leur conviction.
creed, whatever their convictions.
Opposons à la haine
Let us oppose to
l'intransigeance
hatred,
républicaine,
Republican intransigence, to
l'irréductible
terror,
esprit français de
the
résistance,
irreducible French spirit of
l'obscurantisme,
religion, to
l'amour de la raison
obscurantism, the love of
et son
reason,
exigence.
and its
Faisons bloc,
exacting standards. Let
tous,
us stand
réunis,
shoulder to shoulder,
nation
all of
tout
us
entière,
here, the whole nation,
face au terrorisme islamiste.
in the face of
menons
Islamist
le
terrorism. We are
Nous mènerons
waging
le combat.
the struggle. We
Nous mènerons
will
toujours
wage
le
the
combat.
struggle. We will
Et à la
always
fin,
wage the fight.
nous l'emporterons,
And at the end,
car
we
nous
will
avons cette
prevail
force d'âme.
because we have this
Nous le
strength of
faisons
soul.
pour nos morts.
We do it
Nous le
for our
faisons pour
dead.
nos enfants.
We do it for our
Nous
children.
le faisons au nom de la nation.
We do it in the name of the nation.
Vive la République. Vive la France.